Okay, so what inspired me to write this? I literally remember this. I got done working with a new coworker, and he's still getting into the groove. I think this dude's gonna be phenomenal. But one of the managers explained to him like I work like a dog, and that's what made me realize my work ethic's trauma. It's literally a trauma-based response, and I can explain it to my earliest memory of. Okay, so I've mentioned it once, maybe twice in a couple of my videos, but it's too hard to even remember which videos I actually mentioned it. But growing up in the environment that I grew up, 11 mentally and or physically disabled siblings, and one of the siblings, his name is Daniel. He was I would say he was my biggest inspiration for being such a hard worker because of the tyrant of the house, lady of the house, which most people would consider the mom because she was the female of the group and the lead female of the group. And nobody could outdo her ego wise, pain wise, nothing bothers, blah, that. The world has to revolve around her. Although I was seen as a golden child, so I also got some of the hate because, like, I could do nothing wrong and she controlled the room. And I'm just like, wait a second, wait a fucking second. It's like being in jail and being best friends with the cop and the wardens, but still having to fucking deal with the jail people all the time. It's like, wait a second. I don't even fuck with the warden like that. I don't know why the warden likes me like that. Okay, no, the connection was probably a little bit tighter when I was younger. And that's because I didn't realize how fucking crazy and nutty this person was. But as my awareness became sharper, I realized, ooh, something's wrong with her. Something severely wrong with her. What the fuck? But because a lot of people can act very well, or some people just generally don't care, or it costs money to figure out the exact truth about you. If you can't afford, they know, but yeah, you have to pay money to unlock this. You know, like video games and shit like that. But life's not a game. You think it's a game. You always think it's a game. Sorry, childhood came back. So yeah, I think my work ethic is a trauma response. I'd say most of my bosses or leaders would say my work. How the fuck did I edit it? Whatever. Work ethic is phenomenal, within reason. I've had some jobs where my speed and creative mind was a problem instead of the solution. But ask any of my bosses. I did manual labor for. Ask my caretaking bosses. They wouldn't have a bad thing to say about me. I work like people can replace me. I work like I'm still earning my seat to sit. I work like I'm trying to move when I'm work like I'm not trying to move when I'm finished. I work with tunnel vision. I don't get hurt and I rarely need to stop, aside from taking piss. I work like there's something wrong with my head, but America will never question it. Look how well he works. There can't be anything wrong with him. I'll be honest. I tell some of my customers I'm a heart patient. I generally do. Might get us a tip and a review. Watching a disabled. I even lift up my shirt just so they can see because it's not something that you could see. And watching me work, you're not gonna think, oh, this nigga's disabled. You could tell by you can't. You fucking can't. Because there's items I've even lifted up. Customers like, oh, why are you doing that? Ooh, you strong. You strong. So regardless, like I know it's not people can't see it. Most people don't have the eyes for disabilities. Most people don't have the eyes for a lot of things that are going on in this world. And those that do have the eyes, people just don't want to listen to. But disabled person move like no normal person you've seen move. They assume it's the youth, but we all know it's not the age that made me this active. It's the anxiety. It's the what if? It's the of course they can replace me. I'm working myself into an early grave, and to die today would still be alive too long. I'm normally the hardest worker. Because yes, I do have a death wish. I, I'll tell you about it if you really care to listen. But I don't need to bring the mood down. I'm too busy cleaning rooms out. And yeah, the inspiration, like I said, what my manager had to say about me, and that's when it just kind of like sparked. My inspiration for a lot of my thoughts, my poems are just life. Like I'll just see something, hear something, experience something, feel something. It's just like, oh, gotta write this out before I forget it. Just because there's so much going on in this mind, by the time it doubles back, it might be, I don't know, 20, 15 years. I won't even remember. It's not an original thought, but because it's sometimes repeated, or even like fragments of it, or sometimes it will not leave and I have to fucking write it out for me to continue with what I want to do. Like sleep. But either way, thank you for listening. Until next time. Yeah.